My daughter was in kindergarten for 6 months when she was touched inappropriately by another student, and I want to share this story just to showcase how easily these things can happen and how, at least in our experience, they're not a big deal to the school. And if I hadn't talked to my daughter and made it the big deal that I thought it was, then it probably would have never gone anywhere within the school. So after my daughter got home from school on a Tuesday afternoon, I got this message from her teacher. She said, "Good afternoon. I wanted to let you know that your daughter told me another student was hitting her bottom while she was lining up from recess. I spoke with the student and his parents, and he will have a consequence tomorrow. Please let me know if you have any questions." I went directly to my daughter and I said, "Hey, your teacher told me something happened at school today. Would you mind telling me a little bit about it?" She point blank says, "Yes, a boy touched my vagina." So I sent this and I said, "She's told me that someone touched her. Did an adult witness this?" And I got back this. "He was standing behind her in line and they were both facing forward. She told me he touched her private parts but mimed him swatting her bottom. I was standing there but couldn't see it because they were lined up. I will have someone from the office follow up on this tomorrow." So this all happened on a Tuesday afternoon. I kept her out of class Wednesday and I got no calls. I kept her out of class Thursday and I got no calls. And then it was my husband who had had enough and he called the school on Friday. And they answered and he told them who he was and they go, oh, hold on. So after that, the person who took our call was the school counselor. And I kid you not, she goes, "Oh my gosh, thank you for calling. We've been waiting for your daughter to return to school so we could talk to her about what happened." You've been waiting for my 5-year-old to come to school without me so you could talk to her about a sexual assault that happened without me there. So anyway, the conversation went on and they asked if my daughter would be willing to recollect her events and describe her side of what happened. And she told them the exact same thing that she told me on Tuesday, and told them that one boy was in front of her in line and touched her arm, and one boy was behind her in line and touched her private parts. And she said the word. And the counselor says, "Okay, great. We're going to speak to the boys and call you back." Mind you, this is in the middle of a school day. So she calls back in less than 2 hours and she goes, "Okay, so we spoke to both boys." I'm like, did you talk with their parents or not? But anyway, they corroborated the story, saying everything she said was true, and we'll make sure that they have consequences and it doesn't happen again. And I said, "So what kind of consequences, and how do we ensure that it won't happen again?" And she said, "We'll just make a note and make sure that they no longer stand together in line." Let me know if you want a part 2. This is longer than I thought it was going to be.